What's going on, guys? So a little bit different of a video today. I'm actually showing my E46 M3 because I am desperate to get help with this car. It's been in a shop all year for a lot of other body cosmetic stuff, so I'm pretty much, I don't want to see it in the shop again. It has, as you can see, what I think most would just call a SMG cog gear light, dash warning light. Now the car's been driving relatively fine. Sometimes it stutters going, like it will take a slight pause going into a gear, and sometimes it goes into a gear and it sticks, and sometimes it won't even go into the next gear, particularly going from third gear at high RPM, high rev, to fourth gear. Typically has that problem. Yesterday I drove it really hard, didn't have an issue. One thing I'm finding is that this gear speed selector right here, the shift speed, you can change that. So if you guys are looking at that right now, I can go down and I can go up. So the problems it was having was at the second level. And some people online said that if you're driving it like an old man, it's bad for the clutch. It's just bad for the car in general to drive it slow on that second level. So I put it on the third level. It is actually catching the gear a lot better now on this third level. I know that's just one of those random weird things that doesn't mechanically explain the issues at hand, but I thought it was interesting. The next thing is the salmon relay. So I actually already have a salmon relay. There's my dyno test down there. This car is pushing, I think, 330 or 340 horsepower, which is pretty much stock, but the car is also a 2004, so it's 19 years old now. So I have the salmon relay that everyone talks about changing, although I went to my local shop just to get them to help me install it real quick, and they said that this was the wrong relay, that it had different prongs. So if you look this up online, I think this is the air pump relay. I think there's another relay, and I think this actually goes underneath the glove box, whereas the relay that I just ordered from BMW, which was 3 times as much, it was $60, and I think that was why I was hesitant to order it from BMW, because I knew I was probably overpaying. But recently I had some issues with my 325i E46, and I went to BMW, I got the BMW coolant, I filled up the car, and all the lights went away. So now I'm kind of under the assumption that maybe if I'm going to buy parts, coolant, fluids, I should just go to BMW and buy them directly from the source. Anyways, this is the wrong relay. The relay that they were showing me for the SMG pump relay had different prongs and slightly different positioning. So I'm going to check out today. I'm going to get a T20 and I'm going to check out. There's a tiny little box underneath the hood right over here that just takes some T20s. And I'm going to check that out, and I'm going to actually pull it out, and I'm going to look at the prong and look at the relay and see if it looks like it's fried. One thing people have talked about for the relay is that a brand new relay can change the voltage that's going to your SMG pump. I can't see why anything is going wrong. They told me my fluid for the SMG pump was fine. I also read that too much SMG fluid, which is CHF11, I've read that too much of that can actually be bad to your pump. A lot of people rebutted it and said that doesn't make any sense. And then people were saying, no, I took a turkey baster and I removed a little bit of SMG fluid from the pump reservoir, and the car drove differently and my lights went away. So there's a lot of weird things that are popping up that people are saying are solutions for these cars. I'll just take a quick walk around of the car. I haven't really done too many videos of the car, so I just figured today I'll do a video on the car. It's a beautiful car. I love it. It's pretty much stock. I've got some ZCP competition wheels. They look really, really good on the car. I've got Euro fronts and Euro tails. And then I've got a CSL boot right here. It has a MagnaFlow exhaust, and I also put on a carbon diffuser down here. Like, I love this car. I absolutely love and admire this car, but I just can't get around the fact that this little SMG gear light is on and it's driving me crazy. So I'm going to upload a video in attempts to maybe get some help from the community on this. I really don't want to have it in a shop. My other options are brand new SMG pump, which will be like $5,000 plus labor, so probably $7,000, and I really don't want to do that because I think the pump is fine. A lot of people have said pumps will go out before this kind of mileage, but I've also read people with SMG cars that have made it to 160, 200,000 miles on the same pump. So I don't want to just take, you know, what everybody's saying and take it to heart. I really want to do my own research and see, based on what works for me, what will be the issue of this car. Anyways, I'm gonna see what happens with this light when I turn the car back on. But like this time, the light came back on when I turned the car on. But yesterday when I turned it on after leaving the gym, because right now I'm at the gym, yesterday when I turned the car back on, the light was gone and it shifted flawlessly. So I really don't know what's really the issue for this car right now, but I absolutely love it. I've had it on a trickle charger every day since I got it back out of the shop. So it's been charging with a full charge every day. I don't know what it is, but I've ordered the relay, and I plan on changing out that relay soon enough. Anyways, guys, I know this is not my typical Pokemon card content, but I really need help with this car, and I need to figure out what's wrong with it. I have an E46 325 that I had all figured out that was having coolant issues. My AMG C63 last year needed a new thermostat, and my E92 M3 has yet to have a single mechanical or electrical issue. So I think I've been fairly lucky for the most part, but this E46 M3 has always had something weird. Like a couple years ago, it used to pop that light on, but it would pop on only in the summer when it was really, really hot. It would pop on like once or twice during the entire summer. Now it's doing it every other day, so I really can't ignore it at this point or say that it's just a weird thing. The car driving particularly well tells me that, okay, maybe it's either, it could be a gear position sensor, it could be compression springs, pressure plate, well, clutch, trying to think of what else it could possibly be. But yeah, this is driving me crazy. I am going to take a turkey baster and I'm going to check the SMG fluid and the reservoir, and I'm just going to trial. I'm just going to do different things and see if that fixes the issue before I take it into a shop and spend all this money. Worst case scenario, the SMG transmission is just going to have to go. I'm going to have to do without my paddle shifters, and it'll just have to go to a manual, which sucks because none of my cars are manual. I don't really want to learn how to drive a manual perfectly now, and your heel toe has to be pretty good. You know, you have to have some know-how to drive these cars properly in manual. And it just drives so flawlessly with the paddles, and it's competitive and it's aggressive, and I like that. So I really don't want to go without the SMG. I know there's a lot of SMG haters out there, but I love this car, and it's been great to me for the last 20,000 miles almost. I've only driven it 18,000 miles. I got it at 90K. Now it's at 108. So it's about time. It's about time to figure out what we're going to do here. But I'm really hoping I'll get the relay in, hopefully before I leave for vacation, and I'll be able to swap that out. And if it doesn't make a difference, then I can check that off and I can rule it out completely. At the very least, I've learned something. If it turns out to be a failure, and failures in life, you still learn something, so there's still some value there. So I'm hoping that it's the relay, but I'm open to considering the fact that it's probably not the relay. Anyways, peace out, guys, and thanks for watching my videos. We hit 800 subscribers recently. That was mostly Pokemon based, but I might start doing more car videos and being more transparent and honest about like my day-to-day life with my cars. That having 4 cars is always fun, but until something goes wrong with one of them or 2 of them or even 3 of them, and then you feel like you've dug yourself into a hole. Anyways, peace out, guys, and let me know if you know anything about E46s or SMGs. Let me know. If you're new to the channel, you'll see that it's mostly Pokemon card content, but I do want to do car content for all my car enthusiasts out there, and maybe other people that are still have an SMG and are wondering what these issues are coming from. You know, this is kind of one of the more modern videos talking about this car. You know, I could go and get an F80 M3, but it's not going to be the same as my E46, and I really love this car, and I really want to figure out what's wrong with it. So anyways, peace out, guys.